Hello and welcome to English Spark Official. I'm Zayden, joined as always by Alara.
Hey everyone! We're so excited about today's topic.
Have you ever been in a coffee shop? Like it's just a normal, busy coffee shop.
Oh, yeah. Usually very loud.
Right. It's loud, and the person making your coffee asks you a simple question in English.
Just a basic question.
Exactly. And, you know the words. You studied them for years in school.
Uh-huh.
But the person talks so fast.
Yeah.
And your brain just freezes.
It completely stops.
Yeah. You try to translate the words in your head, like change them to your native language.
Right.
But by the time you understand what they asked, they are already looking at the next customer.
Oh, that is the worst.
You feel stuck. You feel like one step behind everyone else.
It is a really terrible feeling. It happens to almost everyone who learns a new language.
Yeah, you just feel lost.
Exactly. Your brain is acting like a live translator, like a helper in your head who changes the words for you.
Right, a helper.
But if the speaker talks too fast, your helper gets too busy. Their memory gets full.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they drop words, they fall behind.
Well, today we are going to fix that full memory problem. Welcome to today's deep dive.
Glad to be here.
We are looking at a really interesting way to stop translating in your head and, start understanding English instantly.
Instantly, like right away.
Yes, right away. We are using some documents today. They are from a company called English Spark Official.
Right.
And they have a special program. It is called, wait, let me read this. Left Hemisphere Training.
Uh-huh.
Speed up your speech processing.
Wow, that is a very big scientific title.
It really is. But our mission for this deep dive is actually very simple. We want to show you exactly how this training works.
Yes, we want to explain the brain science, but using very easy words.
Right. And most importantly, we want to show you how this method helps you, how it helps you survive in the real world.
Because the real world of English is fast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's messy.
It is very messy. So we are going to break down their whole system today.
Step by step.
Yeah. We will look at how they move from easy words to active practice and why they completely throw away normal textbooks.
I love that part. Throw it away, the textbooks.
Me too. So let's start with who this method is actually for.
Okay.
The documents say it is built for A2 to B2 English learners.
Right, A2 to B2.
But let me stop you there because, those are just letters and numbers.
Sure.
If you are listening, you might wonder, where do I fit in? Like, what does an A2 person look like in daily life?
Well, think about it this way. You are not a total beginner.
Okay, not a beginner.
Right. You know how to order food. You know how to send a basic work email.
Yeah.
You can talk about your weekend.
Oh, so you have the basic tool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is A2. You know the basics.
Okay, and what about B2?
B2 means you are even stronger. You can share your feelings. You can give your opinion. You can handle most normal days.
That sounds pretty good. But there's a catch, right?
A very big catch.
Yeah.
Like you are a smart person.
Sure.
In your first language, maybe you are a manager or a nurse
Oh,
or a funny storyteller.
right. You are yourself.
But in English, if the conversation gets too fast or people use slang like street words, you feel lost.
You feel like you need everyone to just, slow down.
Exactly. You need them to slow down. But if you live in a big English-speaking city,
Or work in an office where everyone speaks English.
right, you cannot ask the whole world to slow down for you.
Yeah, the world won't wait. You have to speed up.
And that is the main goal here, to speed you up. Which brings us to the first part of their title.
The big scientific title.
Right. Left Hemisphere Training.
Okay, let's break that down. Hemisphere. What is a hemisphere?
Good question. A hemisphere is just half of a circle. Or, in this case, half of your brain.
Oh, I see. So the human brain has two halves.
Yes.
Mhm.
And the left hemisphere is the part that handles language.
Okay. But what is that left side actually doing when we hear English? It's not just a box that holds words, is it?
No, not at all. It is more like a machine. A machine that looks for patterns.
Patterns. Like
Yeah.
things that repeat.
Exactly. When you hear a sound, your left brain quickly searches your memory. It wants to find a match. It tries to guess the next word before the person even says it.
Oh, I get it. Like, if a friend says, happy,
Your brain already guesses the next word will be birthday.
yes, happy birthday. My brain just knew it.
Right. Because in your native language, your left brain is very fast at guessing these patterns.
Because I've heard it a million times.
Exactly. But in English, your brain is slower. The sounds come in, but the pattern machine takes too long to find the match.
Ah, and it takes the time to find the match that is called speech processing.
Yes. Speech processing. How fast your brain works to understand the words.
So if I understand this, the goal is to speed up the processing.
That's right.
We want the pattern machine to work instantly. Instantly means super fast, like right now.
Right now. So you don't have that lag, that slow feeling in the coffee shop.
Exactly. But how do we make the brain faster?
Well, English Spark says we must use an anti-textbook philosophy.
Okay, big words again. Anti means against.
Yes, against.
And philosophy means a way of thinking. So their way of thinking is completely against textbooks.
Completely against them, yeah.
Now, I have to push back here.
Okay, tell me.
Why are textbooks bad? I mean, when I learn a language, I like a safe place. Textbooks give us nice, clear rules.
They do.
They give us clean grammar. Why throw them in the trash?
It is a fair question.
Hmm.
Because, like you said, textbooks feel safe. But let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Does a safe place prepare you for a dangerous world?
Oh, well, I guess not.
Right.
It's kind of like learning to swim by lying on the grass. You lie on the grass and move your arms.
Yes.
It is very safe.
Yeah.
But when you jump in the real ocean, you will drown.
That is a perfect way to look at it. The ocean is dangerous. Think about how a textbook sounds on an audio CD.
Oh, I know. It sounds like, hello, John, how are you today?
I'm fine, Mary, thank you.
It sounds like robots, two robots talking to each other.
Exactly. And nobody actually talks like that in real life.
No one.
And remember, your left brain is a pattern machine.
Right.
If you only feed it slow, robotic patterns.
It will only understand slow, robotic English.
Yes. So when a real person on the street says, hey, what's up? How's it going?
Your brain has no pattern for that.
Nope. Machine breaks, you freeze.
Ah, I see. So the English Spark method, it forces the brain to practice with real, messy human conversation.
Yes. They call it practical usage.
Practical, meaning useful. Like English you can actually use today, right now.
Exactly. The conversation has to be friendly, it has to be fast, and it has to be casual.
Casual. That just means relaxed, right? Like sitting with friends.
Right. Relaxed. You need to train your ear with real-life examples. That way your brain builds the right patterns.
Okay, I really love this idea. I love natural conversation.
It's the best way to learn.
But wait, I see a huge problem here.
Oh, what's the problem?
If the conversation is truly natural and people talk fast like real native speakers,
Yeah.
won't an A2 learner just panic? I mean, if I turn on a movie in a foreign language right now, it is totally natural.
It's very natural.
But I don't understand a single word. I just give up. How do they balance natural with actually understandable?
That is the hardest part of teaching any language.
Right.
Because if it's too easy, you don't grow. Your brain stays slow.
And if it's too hard, you quit.
Exactly. So English Spark solves this with a very strict rule. We can call it the progression rule.
Progression. That means moving forward, right? Step by step.
Yes, step by step, they control the difficulty very tightly.
Okay, how do they do that?
They start with very simple words, basic vocabulary, words you hear every single day.
Oh, okay. So the speed of the talking might be natural, but the words are easy.
Exactly. Easy words, fast speed.
Yeah.
Then, over time, they very slowly add harder words.
Just a little bit at a time.
Right.
It makes me think of building a bridge.
A bridge?
Yeah. You start on solid ground. You make sure the learner feels safe and comfortable. Then you build the bridge out over the water, just one small piece of wood at a time.
I like that, yes.
But what happens when they have to use a big, difficult word, like a big piece of wood?
Oh, this is my favorite rule in their whole document.
Really? What is it?
They say that any difficult word must be explained naturally in the middle of the conversation.
Naturally. What does that look like? Do they, like, stop the audio and read a dictionary?
No, never. Never read a dictionary. Think about how you talk to a friend. If I use a word you don't know, I don't give you a test.
Right.
I just give you a hint. Let's do an example right now.
Okay, let's try it.
Let's pretend we are the hosts of a lesson. And we are talking about going to work.
Going to work. Got it.
And the hard word we want to teach is commute.
Okay, commute. For the listener, commute means the travel from home to work.
Right. So I might say to you, man, my commute was terrible this morning.
Okay. And as an A2 learner, I might think, what is a commute?
Exactly. So as the host, you need to help me explain it smoothly.
Oh, I see. So I would reply and say, your commute. You mean your drive to work.
And I would say, yeah, the drive to work took an hour because of the traffic. My commute is usually much faster.
Wow. That is really smooth.
Right.
We didn't stop the show. We didn't say, listen carefully, a commute is a noun.
No, that would be boring.
We just kept talking. But we gave the listener the answer immediately.
Exactly. The learner hears the hard word, commute.
Yeah.
And 2 seconds later, they hear the easy meaning, the drive to work.
That is so smart. They are never left feeling confused or stupid.
Never.
Think about this. If you are listening right now, have you ever been in a meeting at work and your boss uses a big business word?
Oh, I hate that.
You don't want to look silly, so you stay quiet. You don't ask what it means.
Right.
But because you missed that one big word, you don't understand the rest of the meeting. You feel totally left behind.
Yes. And it makes you feel very worried. It creates a lot of anxiety.
Anxiety, like feeling stressed and scared.
Exactly. Your brain gets stressed. And when your brain is stressed, the left hemisphere stops learning.
Really? It just stops.
It just shuts down. A stressed brain cannot process new language.
Wow. So this method removes the stress.
It does.
It's like walking up a staircase. You take one easy step, then another easy step.
Step by step.
And if the next step is a little bit too high, the host reaches out their hand. They pull you up with a natural explanation. You feel safe.
Exactly. You feel safe. But feeling safe and listening to easy words, that is only half the battle.
Only half.
Yeah. Because listening is passive.
Passive, meaning just sitting there and not doing anything yourself.
Right. It's like watching a cooking show on TV.
Oh, I love cooking shows.
Me too. But you can watch someone bake a cake on TV for 100 hours. That doesn't mean you know how to bake a cake.
That's true. If I go in my kitchen, I will burn the cake.
Exactly. You have to get in the kitchen.
No, you have to get your hands dirty. You have to try it yourself.
Right.
So how does this English Spark method force the listener to do the work? What are the active practice tools?
Well, the most important tool they use is called shadowing.
Shadowing. Like my shadow on the sidewalk on a sunny day. The dark shape that follows me.
Yes, exactly like that. Your shadow does whatever you do.
Okay.
If you wave your hand, your shadow waves its hand.
Right. It copies me.
So in language learning, your voice becomes the shadow.
Oh, I see.
The host says a phrase, and you must say the exact same phrase out loud right after them. You copy them.
Oh, so the documents actually say the hosts must use a command. They have to say, repeat after me.
Yes, repeat after me.
But let me ask a scientific question here.
Sure.
Why do I have to speak out loud? I mean, if I am on the bus going to work, can I just say the words quietly inside my head?
People ask that a lot.
Doesn't my brain still learn if I just think the words?
Well, it learns a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. Not at all.
Why not?
When you just think the word, you are only using the memory part of your brain.
Okay.
But when you speak out loud, you use your lungs to push air.
Really?
You use your vocal cords in your throat. You use your tongue and your lips.
Oh, wow. It
Yeah.
becomes physical, like a sport.
Yes. It is muscle memory.
Muscle memory. Muscle means the meat in your body that makes you move, like in your arm, or in this case, your mouth.
Exactly. You are connecting the physical feeling in your mouth to the sound of the word in your ear.
That is amazing.
Right. When the left hemisphere connects movement to sound, the brain builds new thick wires.
Thick wires, strong connections.
Yes. So the next time you hear the word, the pattern machine finds it instantly because it remembers how it felt to say it.
That is fascinating. We are training the body to train the brain.
Exactly.
But wait, repeating words out loud takes a lot of energy.
It really does.
If I am listening to a long lesson, I can't be at 100% focused the whole time. My brain will get tired.
You will get exhausted, yeah.
How do they keep the listener focused without burning them out, making them too tired?
They use something called listening focus cues.
Okay, cue. A cue is like a signal, right?
Yes, a signal, like a yellow street sign that tells you to pay attention.
So they warn the listener before something important happens.
Yes. The hosts use very simple commands to wake you up.
What kind of commands?
They might say, listen carefully to this next sentence. Or, pay attention to how he says this word.
Oh, I love that. It's almost like giving the listener permission to relax during the easy parts.
Yes, exactly.
You don't have to stress about catching every single word all the time.
No, you can't. You'd get too tired.
Just wait for the host to say, listen carefully, and then turn your brain back on.
It manages your brain's energy. It
Yeah.
keeps you fresh. And they also give the brain moments to rest by using interactive pauses.
Pauses, meaning they just stop talking.
Yes,
There's just dead silence on the audio.
exactly. Short moments of quiet, usually after a question.
Give me an example.
So the host might ask, how would you answer that question?
Okay.
And then nothing. Silence for a few seconds.
Wow. Now, in a normal radio show, silence is a mistake.
Right. Usually you never stop talking.
We are taught to always keep talking. So why is silence good for learning English?
Remember the live translator in your head, the little helper.
Yes, The busy helper.
If the words never stop coming, the helper never gets a break. The memory stays full.
Oh, I see.
The silence gives your brain a second to catch its breath.
Yeah.
It allows your brain to search for the answer without new words crashing into you.
It forces you to be part of the conversation. If I hear a question and then silence, my brain naturally wants to fill the quiet space.
Yes, human nature.
I try to think of the answer. It is an active feeling.
Exactly, active. So we look at all these tools together, the shadowing, the focus cues, and the silent pauses. They all share one big goal.
What's that?
They force the left hemisphere to do the hard work, but they give it the right support to succeed.
Okay, this is all making a lot of sense.
I'm glad.
We need simple words. We need natural explanations. We need shadowing and silence.
Yes.
But, I mean, if I just throw all these tools in a box and shake it, it will just be a mess.
Total mess.
How do they actually build a whole lesson? What is the structure?
Well, the documents describe a very strict plan. They call it the architecture of a natural lesson.
Architecture. That word usually means how a building is designed, like the walls and the roof.
Right. But here, it is how the lesson is designed to hold everything together smoothly.
Okay, take me through the flow. How does a lesson start?
It always starts with a hook.
A hook, like catching a fish.
Exactly. A hook is meant to catch your attention immediately. They don't start by saying, hello, this is lesson 4.
Because that is boring.
Right. They start with an interesting thought or a funny situation.
Okay, and after the hook catches you.
Then comes a quick greeting. And they tell you why today's topic matters in your real life.
Why you should care.
Yes.
Yeah.
After that is the core explanation.
The core, the
Yeah.
center of the apple, the main idea of the day.
Right. So they give you the big picture first.
Okay, that makes sense. Give the big idea, then look closer.
Exactly. After the core explanation comes the deep dive. This is where they look closely at the tricky parts, using lots of real-world examples.
Tricky parts, meaning the difficult things.
Yes. And then the practice section. This is where the shadowing happens. The repeat after me part.
Okay, and then how does the whole lesson end?
With a quick recap. A recap is a summary, so you remember what you learned.
Okay, recap, got it.
Then they give a small practice assignment, like a fun challenge for your day.
Fun challenge, nice.
And finally, a motivational closing line. Something nice to make you feel confident and happy.
Wow, that is a lot of pieces. It sounds like a heavy school lesson.
But here is the genius part.
What?
The documents have a very strict rule for the hosts. Do not label these sections.
Wait, really? No labels?
No labels.
So the host never says, welcome to the deep dive section. Now let's move to the practice section.
Never.
Why not?
Because the moment you say section 3, the listener feels like they are back in high school.
Oh, and the stress comes back.
Exactly. The lesson has to flow perfectly. It has to feel like one long, natural conversation over a cup of coffee.
That is so clever. And who is actually having this conversation? The documents mention specific characters, right?
Yes, they do. To keep it feeling natural, the program uses 2 specific hosts.
Okay.
A male voice named Zayden and a female voice named Alara.
Zayden and Alara.
Yes. And they're designed to sound like they are in their 20s or 30s.
Oh, young. So they sound modern. They use modern words.
Right.
They aren't going to sound like an old king from the year 1800.
No. They are friendly, they are upbeat, meaning happy, and they are relatable. You feel like they are your friends.
I like that.
But here is where the rules get truly wild.
Wild. How?
The documents specifically instruct Zayden and Alara to include interruptions in their conversation.
Wait. Interruptions?
Yes.
You mean talking over each other, like cutting someone off?
Yes. Reactions, agreeing loudly, and even light humor.
No, that is really interesting because usually teachers tell us not to interrupt.
They say it's bad.
Yeah, they say it is rude. If you listen to a traditional learning CD, the man speaks for 30 seconds. Then he stops. Then the woman speaks for 30 seconds. Then she stops. It is incredibly polite.
Very polite.
Why would English Spark force their hosts to be messy and interrupt each other?
Well, think about it. If you learn polite, turn-based English, you will get destroyed in a real English-speaking office.
Oh, wow. That is so true. Real humans don't wait for a red light to turn green before they talk.
No, they don't. Think about our conversation right now. If I'm making a good point, you might jump in and say, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Right. You do it while I am still finishing my sentence.
Because I agree with you, and I want to show you I am listening.
Yes. The documents call this avoiding long monologues.
Monologue. Mono means one. So a monologue is when one person talks alone for a long time?
Exactly. Monologues are boring.
So boring.
And worse, they don't train your brain for the rhythm of real life.
The rhythm. I like that word. Rhythm is like the beat in a song.
Right.
Real conversation is like music. You have to know when to jump in, when to say uh-huh, and when to laugh.
Yeah.
If you don't practice the rhythm, you will always be a step behind.
That is exactly why they include light humor. Laughing together.
Laughing helps.
Absolutely. When you laugh, your brain relaxes, and we know that a relaxed brain processes language much faster than a stressed brain.
Because the helper in your head is happy, not scared.
Exactly.
Well, we have covered a huge amount of ground today.
We really have.
Let's pull all these pieces together so you, the listener, can see the whole picture easily.
Let's do it.
So the English Spark method is all about the left hemisphere of your brain, the pattern machine.
Right.
And to make that machine work faster, they throw away boring textbooks. Instead, they give you real, messy, natural conversations with modern voices.
Yes. They start with easy words and slowly build the bridge.
Step by step.
And when there is a hard word, they don't give you a dictionary. They explain it naturally, holding your hand as you step up.
Then they force you to do the physical work. You use shadowing to speak out loud and build muscle memory.
Repeat after me.
Exactly. They use warning signs to help you focus, and moments of silence to let your brain catch its breath.
And all of this is hidden inside a perfectly designed lesson. A lesson that just feels like a friendly chat with two young people who interrupt each other and laugh, just like real people do.
So why does all this matter for you, the listener?
Why does it matter?
It matters because so many language programs treat you like a child.
They really do.
They give you slow, fake audio, or they hit you with really complex, hard school words that make you feel bad about yourself.
But this method respects you.
Yeah.
It knows you are an intelligent adult.
Right?
It knows you just need the right tools to connect your smart brain to a fast new language. It prepares you for the real world.
The fast world. The messy world.
Exactly.
Learning a language shouldn't feel like sitting in a cold, silent hospital waiting room.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It should feel like sitting at a dinner table with good friends.
I couldn't say it better.
So we want to leave you with one final, simple thought today.
Right.
We just spent all this time learning how the human brain loves messy conversations, how it loves speaking out loud, and how laughing makes us learn faster.
Yes, all true.
So why do so many traditional schools still force us to sit in total silence staring at dusty old books?
It really makes you wonder, maybe the schools need to learn a lesson from the human brain.
They certainly do. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today.
It was a pleasure.
We hope you feel a little more ready to face that fast-talking person making your coffee. Keep practicing, keep talking out loud, and stay curious. We will catch you next time.